Aston Martin has certainly been in the news recently. There's a lot of discussion over how they could surpass Red Bull in speed. As absurd as that may sound, there is much more truth behind it than you might realise. Ladies and gentlemen, start your cars and fasten your seatbelts because we have some shocking news to share with you. Prepare to see an absolutely insane update that will boost the performance of Aston Martin beyond anything Red Bull could have imagined. Yes, this is the crazy upgrade that will change everything. You heard it here first. Get comfortable, grab some popcorn and get ready to witness the evolution of speed. Aston Martin has recently experienced success thanks to significant advancements in every conceivable field, from engineering to leadership. However, they have an unquenchable thirst for success. The team has its sights set even higher because they think that an upcoming update will put them ahead of Red Bull, with whom they are presently competing for second position in the Constructors' Championship. Join us as we explore the historical progression of Aston Martin and their ability to perform one of the greatest comebacks in sporting history, after enduring years of derision and disgrace. For a considerable amount of time, Aston Martin, originally Racing Point, was not a well-known Formula 1 team. I have no issue with the car's design as all the test drivers, but the leadership had the wrong view of the game. They experienced significant issues in 2020 because they believed that money could solve every problem. Additionally, they struggled to comprehend that the rules in 2021 and 2022, which reduced their ability to compete. After finishing in 4th place in the Constructors' Championship in 2020, Racing Point changed their identity to Aston Martin in 2021, becoming a black marker team, so anyone would want to watch the stunning sight of them competing for 2nd place in 2023. After having a lot of issues, the group learned how important it was to modify their leadership approach. Instead of simply mimicking other successful teams, they chose to work with seasoned leaders like Dan Fallows and his team of outstanding engineers. The squad also knew that in order to be truly competitive, they need to set themselves apart from other teams for their suspension and engine. They did employ Mercedes components, but they also made investments in their own wind tunnel infrastructure, including a brand new one that is presently being built in Silverstone. Aston Martin is working hard to make the most of these wind tunnels, which will offer them a significant advantage. In an ironic twist, a team that uses resources and equipment from another team can end up outperforming them. One of the most significant differences between Aston Martin and Mercedes is the styling of the vehicles. Red Bull's successful 2022 strategy inspired the Silverstone team to reach their current status. They can't yet compete with the green Red Bull, as some have dubbed it. Despite this, Aston Martin continues to advance and has made improvements, like as a new rear wing for the Baku race. After placing 8th in the Constructors' Championship the year before, they had plenty of opportunity to utilise the wind tunnel and enhance their performance. Due to the sliding scale mechanism, Aston Martin has an advantage over not only Red Bull, but also the rest of the competition. This also means that Red Bull has 10% less wind tunnel time than the team in 2nd position. After the season's first race in Bahrain, Aston Martin's development is far from complete. According to Alonso, as 2/3 of their AMR23 car will alter. Tom Culloch discussed the team's strength in particular areas during a press conference. When questioned if they could benefit from it, he responded that they try to use it as much as possible. By extending their time and sessions in the wind tunnel, they may perform more analysis and explore for development prospects. Part will start to arrive from Baku, and the team is conscious of the cost cap. The procedure currently is being followed by everyone. McCulloch noted that his team has spoken with Mercedes and Ferrari frequently since the start of testing. Although the car's turning abilities varied slightly, they are all generating comparable lap times in various ways. This might be advantageous for Aston Martin in the long term because the AMR23 is a car that relies more on handling than straight line speed. Verstappen and Alonso, for example, were not the fastest cars in terms of straight line speed on tracks with less rear grip like Bahrain. They were able to dominate the grid because they could brake later and accelerate sooner in low and medium speed corners, which need a lot of downforce production from the car. Overall, the performance of the Austrian squad has been superior, and the AMR23 is simpler to control than the RB19. This was predicted given Red Bull's early season dominance. Aston Martin has occasionally surprised everyone. by being able to keep up with the Red Bulls. It's important to keep in mind that the teams have a lot of time in wind tunnels, allowing them to further improve the aerodynamic efficiency of their vehicles, even though the performance difference may seem significant. Due to Mercedes and Ferrari's greater investment in these infrastructures, Aston Martin is in a better position than they are. Aston Martin suffered in Melbourne despite having the advantage, since AMR 23's rear limited design made them perform worse than expected. Alonso, on the other hand, had trouble and was unable to pass Hamilton for second place. In order to improve the W14's competitiveness, Mercedes also changed the configuration. According to McCulloch, Aston Martin has yet to surpass its rivals on straights and curves. He praised the RB19's performance and pointed out that their car is good in terms of efficiency and that the DRS impact is very significant, especially on straightaways. The Albert Park track, which has 4 DRS zones on a manageably lengthy circuit, is ideal for the RB19 in both corners and straightaways. McCulloch, though, gave Aston Martin and F1 fans cause for hope by stating that Red Bull's advantage might be brought about by aerodynamic effectiveness rather than other factors. It's intriguing that we don't know anything about the Honda-powered cars. This indicates that if Aston Martin is wise enough to fully employ their time spent in wind tunnel facilities and the advancements they are bringing to Baku and Imola, we may anticipate them to prevail. After a 3-week Easter vacation, it would be interesting to observe how the teams perform in Baku, because unlike the winter break, every team was allowed to work on their vehicles. It's significant to note that Lawrence Stroll, the manager too, thinks the AMR 23 will soon win. It's more likely that Alonso will win the race and beat his son to finish line. Stroll would surely celebrate an Alonso triumph in 2023 though, given where his team has been in recent years. The only teams now posing a threat to Red Bull's hegemony, in my opinion, is Mercedes and Aston Martin. They have a lot of wind tunnel time at their disposal, which suggests they can achieve great things if they know how to use it. Mercedes did not acknowledge the new W14 design's lack of testing for an entire year and a half. Aston Martin, though, appears to be light years ahead of Silver Arrows in this regard. What do you think about Red Bull potentially being in danger because of Aston Martin? What are your opinions on the aerodynamic efficiency? Do you think it will improve on the AMR 23? And if so, could this mean they have a shot at winning a race sometime in the near future? Feel free to let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also, click the tiny bell icon on the side to stay notified and updated on all our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.